Hi Libras, I'm Nick. This is going to be your October love reading. I really hope you guys are doing well. Happy birthday to all of you. Let me know in the comments when your birthday is so we can all wish each other happy birthdays. So for today, I have been guided to kind of skip the introduction and all that stuff. All that's going to be listed in the description box, as well as, the link to the extended reading, pretty much like a part 2, what you see here. If you want to dive in deeper and stuff, the link will be all below in the description box. Just read through. It's super easy, okay? I just really want to get to your reading. And I've been guided to kind of switch things up a little bit this month. We're still going to be talking about love, of course, but I'm going to be incorporating more general stuff like life, family, work, finances, kind of be more focused on you as opposed to the other person. But we're still going to look at the other person, okay? Because I know some of you are still interested in that, but I've been getting a lot of requests, and I feel like my guides have been telling me that I need to focus more on you and just give you more time, okay? So while I was meditating on your energy, your message was, I want to move, but I feel stuck. And as I had my eyes closed, I kind of felt like my chair started moving, but even if I wanted to, like, my body wasn't able to move or like stand up or get out of the chair. And obviously I know that may sound a little bit scary, but it wasn't that scary. I just feel like possibly some of you could be in a situation, regardless, whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, with family, work, school, some kind of commitment, or something that you're in a position that you maybe don't want to be in, you want to leave. But for some reason, something is holding you back, or you feel tied down, or you feel like you can't get out of that, that bubble, or get out of that situation. But I do see that you're trying to get away from something or get away from someone, okay? And there's a reason. If your body is rejecting something, or you feel, you want to push something away, it's kind of like your body letting you know that maybe it's time to move on, and it's, it's your soul, your spirit telling you we have other journeys to go on. We have something else to focus on, okay? So that's your overall message, but we'll see how it kind of ties in with the reading and all that stuff. But take that how it resonates. Obviously, it's going to mean different things for all of you, but apply it how you find fit. So bear with me, because my style seems to be kind of changing a little bit, and it's kind of out of my control. And I'm going to try to be as clear as possible, but we're going to be getting into like general life, work, family, kind of different stuff, okay? So bear with me. I know I usually show all the cards and stuff, but I'm guided just not to do it, just get straight into it, okay? So I hope you guys won't mind. I'm seeing that you may have two options, or you're juggling between two different things. When it comes to work and finances, some of you may have you may be looking for jobs, and you have two options or two places you're looking at, and you're gonna have to leave one and break the news to the other that you won't be able to do it or to accept. But I do see that option that you have, that you feel more drawn to, is something you're gonna have to just like go for it, speak up and speak fast on it. And that's gonna actually lead to more stability and actually open up more room for you to be creative and to follow. It's kind of more, you're leaving something to go towards a career or your path that you actually feel more passionate about, that you're more interested in. Others for you, I see that you could be looking for two different schools as well, or schools for your children or something. And there's definitely, it's kind of a hard decision actually. You're kind of having, whatever your situation is, you're having trouble deciding which one to choose. But you're gonna have to choose one, obviously. And it's gonna take you cutting off the other option, or the other, the other plan. But I do see that it's going to be a little bit sad to leave one or the other. For others, I see you may be thinking of moving, or between two homes. You see the pattern here, like whatever your situation is, whether it's like, that work, school, finances, relationships, you're leaving one thing because you have to decide between one. and one option is the only one that's actually going to make you happy, that's going to make you feel passionate, make you feel alive, and bring more stability and foundations. And I also see that some of you probably will be getting invited to, or will be going, or you already have plans to go to some kind of party or birthday party, wedding, celebration, some kind of thing. Or maybe this is like, you know, at the end of the month, Halloween. But I don't feel like it's that. I feel like it's before Halloween. And that's gonna be like the moment where you're like, oh yes, like I made the right decision, like this was the right choice. It's just getting to that point, which is a little bit tricky. You're a little bit kind of on the fence, like you're walking on eggshells, right? I do see also some of you could be deciding between two different investments or investment partners, or who you're working with. And you're gonna have to walk away from one or leave one behind. And I feel like it's going to be actually very hard for you to cut the other person out, or like choose not to focus on, you know, more than one thing. I think some of you probably really like to do a lot of things, but you're realizing now, or you will be realizing, that you can't, I mean, some of you, yeah, you can multitask, but I feel like when you're dealing with really important stuff, you excel more and you do better when you focus on one thing as opposed to a bunch of different things, if that makes sense. Or I feel like you're gonna realize that later on. But it's almost gonna be hard for you, like, oh, like I really wanna do both. Like I'm interested in both things, or I wanna work with those two people or those two companies. So it's gonna be hard to choose one. But I would say choose more with what you feel is right for you, what you feel actually resonates with what your interests are. What's going to actually look good on your resume, what is going to lead you to the right networks, the right connections, what you actually feel more passionate about, like what you actually like, as opposed to, oh, this one gives me more money or something. Pick something that you actually are very interested in, that you enjoy, or it's going to lead you to that path or lead you to those right connections. I'm also saying that if you're choosing between like moving somewhere or between two homes, one is going to actually bring you closer to your family, or is closer to your family or your friends or who you feel close to. And you're gonna have to leave the other one that is further away, or that feels further away from home. But I feel like a lot of you are moving towards something that feels more stable, that gives you more strength, that makes you feel happier. Okay, and actually getting to that point is scary, right? Because you're not sure. You're like, well, I have two choices. I'm not sure what I want to do. It's scary. But I think, you know, intuitively, you're going to choose with your intuition, choose with your heart. And don't ask too much for advice from other people, because they don't really know what's best for you. Only you know what's best for you. So my suggestion would be, make a little list, get a little notepad, or, you know, in your phone and your notes, write out the pros and cons. And maybe you'll find that actually one side is way longer than the other, and you didn't know until you actually wrote it out. Okay, so I would definitely suggest doing that. Also, I'm saying that in love, in regards to relationships, some of you could be in some of you who are not in like a serious relationship, maybe are deciding between two different people. Or like, let's say you've been talking to multiple people, but there's two people, but I think you're having a hard time deciding which one to let go and which one to move forward with, because maybe you like both, but you know that you can't keep doing this. You have to just pick one. So that decision is going to be a little bit hard for you. But once you're actually clear and you make the decision, and you make the cut, you know, kind of like The Bachelor, the last rose, you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy, and you're going to be thankful that you made that decision, because that's who you actually are supposed to be with, or that's who you actually really like and enjoy being with. Okay, so, and then for those of you who are in a relationship or in a commitment, marriage, whatever, I'm seeing that you are it makes you feel unhappy. Maybe the finances between you guys or right now is not going well, and that's kind of causing some tension between the two of you. And I'm feeling like most of you in that situation kind of want to walk away, or you want to get some kind of clarity, or you want to have a conversation, or you want to initiate a conversation with this person, okay? But actually initiating that conversation and deciding to leave is the hard part, obviously, right? But I am seeing that you are kind of leaning more towards kind of getting to you kind of already almost decided that you want to leave or you want to do something different. It's just a matter of like, okay, when am I going to say it? When am I going to have that conversation with them? Because you really want to be happy. You want to move into a situation. You want to be in a relationship with someone you actually feel passionate about, that's equal, where you guys both give enough, love and passion to each other. You guys both talk about your days. You inspire each other. You have great conversations. You go out for dates. You have a good time. You build each other up. Okay, so conversation is going to be made, or you're going to initiate some kind of a conversation about a new beginning, whether that's a new beginning between you two and you guys start fresh, or you change something up drastically, or a new beginning where you part ways. Okay, so it's going to be kind of 50-50, maybe a little bit different for everybody. All right, but I am saying that overall this month, you are kind of feeling like you are carrying a lot on your back, and it's heavy, and maybe you feel like you don't have what it takes to go up that hill, but you do have what it takes. It's just you're carrying a heavy load and you need to release some things. If you see here in the image, the car is going up that really tall mountain or hill, but look at the size of this, how heavy, how many boxes. Come on, proportions, it doesn't match up, right? So what you need to do is release some heavy loads or make a couple trips, and that way you can go up the hill. Maybe you're not going to go super fast, but you're going to be able to go without struggling as much. Okay, so releasing some things and not taking everything with you all at once. Hopefully that makes sense for you. It's just a matter of having that serious talk with yourself and being honest with yourself about what you want and what you envision your life to be. And keep in mind, whatever you're not changing, you are choosing, right? So make sure you are making the changes needed to kind of outline that kind of future, that life that you want. Okay, so now moving on to this side, I'm seeing that you could be dealing with, or maybe you will be dealing with, a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It doesn't have to be any of those signs, but that's the overall energy for this side of this, or this person. Okay, and I think this person is someone who probably you might have met through work, or when you met them, they seem to be very financially stable or well off, or they offered you some kind of opportunity or some kind of connection, networking, or you found a job through them or something. If not, they're also wanting to have some kind of new beginning, or they're looking maybe for a new job, or looking to buy a new home, or get a new place, or travel, or do something. But I feel like this person, I feel like they're leaning towards you, but you're kind of like leaning away, So I kind of feel like they're more invested in you, or they're more interested in you than you are. You seem to be kind of drifting away. But it's hard for you to kind of say it or make them understand it, because I think you don't want to be the bad guy, or you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, even though you're unhappy maybe in the situation. It's hard for you to kind of tell it to their face or be like, okay, it's over, because you're just like, like they didn't do anything terrible exactly, but I'm just not happy, but I don't know how to break it to them. But I see here that like they may be thinking like, oh, everything's going good, we're gonna go on this trip together, or we're getting a new place, or we're buying new furniture, I'm helping them out, you have a roof over your head, you have nothing to worry about when it comes to bills and finances. That may be like their kind of logic, okay? And I also see when it comes to like romance, emotionally, physical, chemistry, all that stuff, they are still coming out as a Knight of Wands. So I kind of feel like maybe they're still immature in that area, or they haven't really fully developed, or like they don't know what to do, or like what real romance is. Not saying that like they are clueless, or maybe they just don't have much experience, or like they're not just they're not the very touchy, sensual, romantic type. Although they try to be, it's more they're just like, okay, bam, bam, boom, we're done. Like, they maybe don't give you as much of the experience as you would want. It's kind of just like bam, bam, you know, like no foreplay or nothing. Or like the way that they come is kind of like in and out, in and out. Sorry, that sounded really wrong. I didn't mean it like that. But it's like they don't perform their best, or what you would expect, what you would want. They may also have a hot temper, or maybe sometimes they get really angry and don't know how to control it, or they'll like punch walls or something. I could see someone doing that. I'm also seeing that they are in their head. We had the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords come out right after each other. So I do feel like this person feels very disappointed. They really want this to work, but I think they may kind of know, or they have a feeling that something's been off with you, or that you're not the same with them. It just, the vibes haven't been like it was at the beginning. And maybe this person internally struggles with some kind of anxiety, stress, PTSD, depression. It could be all sorts of stuff, anything, small scale, large scale. But they may be struggling with something, or they're really in their head and they do feel kind of stuck. But it's like they want to be in this, or like they're forcing it. They're forcing this to be something that maybe it's just not is, or you guys just don't seem to be clicking. The puzzle just doesn't seem to be fitting as well as it maybe once did, or maybe it never really did, and you guys just weren't maybe as spiritually inclined or as awakened to realize it until now. It could be that maybe you guys just had some kind of soul tie, but now that one person seems to be growing, evolving, those ties seem to be kind of loosening up. But one person is still holding on, whereas the other person maybe wants to be released and leave. Financially, I'm seeing that you are going to be okay. You're actually moving towards having more stability. It's just a matter of making that decision, cutting something out, or, you know, choosing between two work partners, two investments, two jobs, two schools, going towards something that you feel that you know you're more passionate in, that you are interested in, that gives you more room for creativity to do what you want to do. But you're gonna have to cut something out on the way, okay? And a lot of you are actually gonna be looking back, getting more serious with your life. And it does make sense, because this is like your new year, right? Your birthday, where you're kind of like, okay, another year. How can I make this upcoming year better? How can I grow from this? What did I learn from the last year? And pushing yourself and knowing that, okay, there's some things that I need to release and let go of so I can move on to bigger and better things, or just things that are more suited for my path. So a lot of you are going to be getting serious. I see some of you could be having like some kind of maybe deep, intimate talk with a father, or a father figure in your life, or a boss, or someone you really look up to, a mentor or something like that, and maybe getting some guidance, some advice from them. And they may help you as well to decide what you should do. Obviously, I don't think anyone's going to tell you, oh, you should do that, or you shouldn't listen to that. You should listen to yourself and be like, okay, this is a list of what I need to do, where I want to be. Now, which one fits more of that, okay? As opposed to what is more comfortable. You want to do something that pushes yourself, that brings you closer to your life path, to what you're supposed to do, okay? So overall, I feel like you guys are going to be okay. Just make sure you're clear with your decision. If you need to cut something out, you know what to do. Just do it. Don't wait. The more you drag something along, the longer it's going to be the harder it's going to be to kind of release that and let it go. Okay, so clearly decide what you want to do and you'll be fine. And in regards to this person, I do feel like they didn't really do anything wrong, or they've always been kind of good to you. It's just maybe they're just not the right person for you, not your life partner. I think you're coming more into your power, realizing who you are and wanting more for yourself. And so because you're kind of evolving and growing, you're realizing, okay, there's certain things that no longer resonate with me, certain people, friends, relationships. I feel like we're just not, our time is done, you know? And maybe this person still has a lot to go on their journey, or someone else is better for them. So, but we're gonna look deeper in the extended reading, you guys. We're gonna find out more. We'll tap in more into this person. What are they thinking? What are they feeling when it comes to you? What they want you to know? What the near future holds for you guys, and also any advice for you guys, and what else I see for you guys. Okay, so if you're interested, you could join me on there. The link will be below. It'll say extended. Just click the link. It'll take you on Vimeo. Okay, so I want to thank you again so much for being here, for watching, showing any love and support in any way. I appreciate it so much. I feel that my style and my readings are changing a little bit and growing and evolving, and I hope you guys don't mind. I hope it is more helpful to you, because that's always my intention, to kind of help give you guidance and clarity, never push anything on you, but kind of help you see things in a broader perspective so that you can make the right decisions that's best for you. So thank you so much once again. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post. I'd appreciate it so much. I hope to see you guys in the extended reading below. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. All right, take care for now. Sending you all love, peace, happiness, abundance, healings, all good things, and positive vibes. Take care. Bye.